English students, this is Miss Newman, and I'd like us to look at the descriptive narrative essay topic sheet. And I'm going to discuss some aspects that are expected of you for this assignment and go over MLA formatting with you as well. This type of essay provides the reader with a picture in words. It creates a verbal picture of a person, place, or thing. The writer creates a subjective impression by observing and recording specific details that appeal to the reader's sense of sight, hearing, taste, smell, and touch. You're trying to help the reader imagine what you're describing. So instead of saying the beach is pretty, you can describe the sun glistening on the waves and the sound of the seagulls above you and the sensations of the sand under your feet. The more specific you can be, the easier it's going to be for your reader to follow along and imagine what you experienced in this story or in this essay. The descriptive essay requires a colorful detail to support the writing, so the more detailed, the better, honestly. Please let me know if you have any questions or concerns. So essentially, the descriptive narrative is just telling a story using detailed language, more descriptive adjectives when you're telling your story. The rough draft is essentially your essay that's going to have grammar errors. There could be some formatting errors. It could be that you need to tweak some of the sentence structure, but it's your essay. It's your thoughts on paper. And the rough drafts are going to be peer reviewed. So that means that your peers, your classmates are going to be able to read your essay and give you some tips on ways to improve it. A lot of times they'll focus on things to revise, like commas, or maybe your thesis statement needs a little tweaking, but essentially giving you guidance to improve your essay so that when you do turn in the final draft, the one that I will grade, that it is a finished, polished essay. So notice the rough draft is due on Wednesday, February 15th by midnight. You'll turn in all of your rough drafts in the discussion board and discussions so that your peers can read it. Your final draft is due Wednesday, February 22nd by midnight, and that will be turned into the Content Week 4 folder. And when we get to Week 4, that'll literally be a section that says, submit your descriptive narrative final draft here within the Week 4 folder. But that's the draft that I'm going to grade, that final draft. Your points are 100 points possible, and this essay will count as 15% of your final grade. Essays should be between 500 and 750 words in length. If you do go over 750, that's okay. I don't count off for going over, but I certainly wouldn't expect you to turn in an essay that's 1,000 words that is a 500-word essay. I just don't want you doing so much more work than your classmates. So try to stay closer to 750 if you can. But I do know that some students get very excited about their topic if they choose the right topic for them, so they might get a little further into the word count. But the formatting is 12-point Times New Roman font with double spacing and MLA heading and style. And your Seagull textbook has a really good example on page 192. I've also seen it on page 193 in some of the more recent copies, so page 192 or 193. But notice the heading starts off with your name, then my name, then the course, which is English 101. You don't have to worry about listing the CRN number. I know it's this long string of numbers now. It's like 20661. If you just list English 101, that's fine because it's submitted within Blackboard within this course shell. So I'll know which course you're in, of course. The date is going to be listed as the 4th spot in the heading, and that's the date that it's due, the date of that final draft. Notice the title is centered, and there's a page number in the upper right-hand corner with the student's last name next to the page number. If you're not sure how to insert a page number, you should be able to go into your Word document and click Insert, Page Number, Top of Page, and then plain number 3. That's how often I've done this, is I remember the exact things you'll need to click to get that page number up there so that it's not in your heading. Because if you do things in the heading, it's going to be at the top of every page. But remember, it's Insert, Page Number, Top of Page, plain number 3, and then you can type your last name next to that page number. But notice it's double spaced and it's in Times New Roman font. I really don't want it to be in a font that's difficult to read. Notice it's black text on white background. Please save my eyes and don't do anything strange with the font color. And so this is a good example to use. It's either page 192 or 193. This is how all of your essays are going to be formatted. So this essay really is kind of a good practice run, though, so that you can get used to using MLA formatting, because all of your English classes require MLA. And all MLA means is Modern Language Association. That's what it stands for. So if you have any questions about MLA formatting, please let me know, that I am happy to answer any questions about that. Here are the topic options. I've got 6 listed, but if you wish, you can submit your own idea to me for possible approval. Notice this week you're doing a topic proposal or an outline to let me know which topic you're going with and the direction you're taking that topic. There's more details about that within the discussion board post. It's the very first thread, but I will need to look over and make sure that you've chosen a good topic for this assignment. So the topics I've listed are a holiday or celebration with your family. So a lot of students like to write about Christmas or Thanksgiving or 4th of July. Halloween is a very popular one. And so that's a really fun one to describe, because you can describe the traditions your family has for that holiday. An unforgettable moment in your life. I've gotten some really good essays about people who have become parents, what it's like to first meet your child. That's obviously an unforgettable moment. I've also gotten papers about negative unforgettable moments, like car accidents and things that they learned a valuable lesson from but were bad experiences. But just make sure whatever you write about, you feel comfortable with your classmates reading. If it's something that's too personal, I recommend journaling about it and then writing on another topic. But make sure whatever topic you choose, you feel comfortable with 20 other people reading about it. A fun vacation you have taken in real life or in your dreams. So that could be a cruise that you went on with your family, or some students like to write about mission trips or international trips that they've done over their life, or it could be one that you've dreamed about. So for instance, I've always dreamed of going to England, so I could write about my dream trip to England and describe all the fun things I would like to do in that country. A regrettable action. I've gotten some really interesting stories about actions that students have done and they learned life lessons from them typically. So that's a really interesting topic option. A fun night at the movies. You could describe a specific night that you went to a movie with friends or family and what it was like to smell the popcorn and laughing if it's a comedy, or if you're watching a horror movie, it might be that you were terrified, and you can even describe certain scenes and your reactions. As a movie lover, I always enjoy those essays as well. A picture that is close to your heart. So typically this is a picture of someone that may no longer be with us. So it could be a family member who's passed away, or a friend. And just remember, like I said, whatever you describe in this essay, make sure it's something you feel comfortable sharing with the class, since it is going to be peer reviewed. The final draft late submission rule is 10 points off every day late. So just make sure you turn in that final draft on Wednesday, February 22nd, and you won't have to worry about getting any points deducted for turning it in late. All final drafts are going to be graded using the English 101 grading rubric that's on the Getting Started page of Blackboard. It's at the bottom of the Getting Started page when you click into Blackboard, but you've got a copy of the rubric already. So if you have any questions about that, please let me know. But it literally lists every aspect that I'm going to grade you guys on for every essay. So also, your essays are going to be scanned with anti-plagiarism software. So make sure that whatever essay you turn in is one that you wrote and was not one that you got online, because the plagiarism checker is going to let me know if it was taken from an online source. So just make sure that this essay is about your own experiences. I've got a spot at the bottom for brainstorming or outlining ideas, but you certainly don't have to do that down there. Remember, your outline is going to be submitted in discussions this week for your daily grade and attendance score. So please let me know if you have any questions, or if you'd like to suggest another topic. I'm open to different ideas as long as they can fit within the story aspect of this and narrative. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you have a wonderful day.